Hi, I'm Tom Stabile, a reporter with Fundfire covering the wealth management beat, and I'm here today with Joe Mrak, who's the CEO of Folio Dynamics, and we're going to talk about some industry trends as well as what Folio Dynamics has been up to. Welcome, Joe.
Thanks, Tom.
Now, from the product demand side, you obviously run a turnkey platform as well, and I was curious what you're seeing in terms of the sponsors that use you for product demand. What kinds of products, what kinds of vehicles?
We've constantly seen a demand for alternatives over the last probably year or so. It's interesting because we get a lot of demand for it and then not a lot of usage. And I don't know if that's educational or if that's just, the advisors don't know how to sell those products. But especially on our bank side, we've seen a lot of demand for alternatives.
Is that liquid or even traditional?
Yeah, mostly 40 Act stuff. You may see somebody, and we've come across a couple products that are more like private equity or LPs. But generally speaking, it's just a lot easier to package and sell the 40 Act type alternatives. And there's even a lot of ETFs now that are available that really package that well. So we've focused pretty much on those types of products and are looking at doing some strategic partnerships here over the next year to really even beef up our alternatives coverage further. So definitely alts being a key theme. It's interesting, fixed income still continues to be hot, mainly traditional SMA, fixed income on the higher end because it's easy access to ETFs and mutual funds that cover fixed income on the lower end. So we get big demand there and we keep adding those to our platform.
Municipals or all kinds of?
Across the board, across the board. But yeah, munis are still hot, but yeah, we get a demand equal. And then the other one that's really interesting actually centers around SMA, traditional SMA. Believe it or not, I think on the high end, where you'll probably see a lot of growth still in SMAs, we're getting demand for that. We're getting demand for certain names, or we're getting demand for those types of products. And we've been able to mix those. What's nice is our platform, you can mix a traditional SMA manager along with a model manager, or even a rep-directed sleeve. So there's lots of options there, so it doesn't impact how we manage the products on the platform, but we've definitely gotten demand to add SMAs, traditional SMAs, onto the platform. So, our clients really are the feeder of the different types of products that we're going to put on there, and those are really probably the top three I'm seeing that we're approving or adding those managers to the platform.
But that ability to add the traditional SMA with, say, a rep-driven account, I mean, that's a capability that you can do on your platform. Are you seeing sponsors use that?
Oh yeah,
turn that on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have clients today that do that, and that's a big trend, I think, because a lot of times those guys may just be doing like part of a core portfolio, and they want to round it out with an international traditional SMA or a bond portfolio. So we can hold that sleeve of the account separately, and they only have access to the core. So there's lots of different ways and flavors that we've seen that.
And that could help individual managers position themselves as a completion portfolio or other ways to connect with the advisors.
Core satellite, lots of different ways that you can kind of put a play on that. Right. Yeah, so definitely that's kind of how the market's using it.
Great. Well, Joe, I really appreciate your taking the time to speak with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I enjoy the opportunity.